Do not skip this message. I am speaking to you now. Yes, you. You were not here by accident. Heaven slowed time, so you would hear this. Someone is crying for you, and you do not yet know the truth. But you are about to. Listen carefully. I am Archangel Michael. I stand where heaven and earth meet. And I have been sent because your name was spoken in the courts of light. You have felt the weight lately, the confusion, the quiet ache you cannot explain. You wondered why sleep has been hard, why memories return without warning, why your heart feels pulled in two directions. This is not weakness. This is awareness awakening. Someone is crying for you in the spirit. Their tears are not random. Their pain is not invisible. Heaven is watching. Their cries rise at night. When the world is quiet and defenses fall, you feel it as restlessness, as a sudden heaviness without a name. This is not imagination. This is connection. Heaven allows certain hearts to feel what others cannot. You were chosen because you endure. Even when you feel empty, you were trusted with empathy that cuts deep. Someone you once touched with kindness is breaking. Someone who prayed with your name is losing hope. They do not know how to reach you in the natural, so their spirit reaches first. You have been asking why delays surround you, why doors pause just before opening. It is because timing is being aligned. Nothing sacred arrives early. Angels are standing between moments, protecting you from moving too soon. There's a truth you must know now. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. What feels like silence is actually restraint. What feels like loss is redirection. Heaven is watching how you respond, not to judge you, but to strengthen you. You are closer than you think. The breakthrough is not ahead. It is forming around you. Someone's miracle is tied to your obedience. Someone's healing is connected to your courage. This is why the pressure increased. This is why old fears resurfaced. They are rising to be released, not to stay. I am standing guard over your life. No weapon formed against your calling will succeed. The tears crying for you will not fall in vain. They are watering what is about to grow. Soon you will speak, or move, or pray. And when you do, chains will loosen, not only yours. Do not harden your heart now. Do not retreat into isolation. This moment requires softness and strength together. Heaven trusts you with both. You are being surrounded even when you feel alone. The angels are speaking your name. Light is being dispatched in your direction. Stay awake to the signs. Stay gentle with yourself. What is coming will restore more than you lost. It will make sense of the waiting. And when the night feels long, remember this. You are seen. You are protected. And you are deeply loved. Rest now in this truth. And when you are ready, listen to the next divine message prepared for you. There's more you need to hear. Do not let your attention drift now. This part was time for your heart. The one crying for you feels forgotten. They believe their prayers hit the ceiling and fall back down. They smile in public and break in private. You once represented safety to them, hope, light, even if you do not remember the moment. Their soul does. Souls never forget who helped them breathe again. You think your words were small. Heaven says they were seeds. And seeds cry out when they are ready to rise. That is why the stirring has begun. That is why your spirit has been unsettled. You are being nudged, not pushed, invited, not forced. God never rushes love, but He does awaken it. There's protection over you right now. You avoided something recently without knowing why. That was not coincidence. An angel redirected your steps. What was meant to drain you was blocked. What was meant to delay you was removed. You are being preserved for impact. The enemy tried to exhaust you, to convince you nothing mattered, but heaven would not allow it. You are still here because your assignment is still active. Do not underestimate the next small action. A message, a visit, a prayer whispered under your breath. Someone's tears are waiting for that moment. And when it happens, you will feel peace rush in. Not excitement, peace. The kind that confirms alignment. You will know you obeyed. You will know you listened. And healing will begin on both sides. This is not about fixing everything. It is about showing up as you are. Broken does not disqualify you. It qualifies you. Heaven uses wounded healers. Those who understand pain speak truth gently. That is your strength. Do not fear being seen. You are already seen. Do not fear being vulnerable. You are already known. Right now, light is settling over your mind. Confusion is loosening its grip. Clarity will come in waves. Let it. You do not need all the answers tonight. You only need to stay open. Someone is crying for you. And soon, those tears will turn into gratitude. Because you listened. Because you did not ignore the whisper. Rest in this covering. Sleep without fear. Tomorrow carries new mercy. Before you close your eyes, hear this gently. You have been blaming yourself for things you never caused. You carried guilt that was never assigned to you. Release it now. Heaven never asked you to be perfect. Only willing. Only present. Only faithful in small moments. The one crying for you is not angry. They are afraid. Afraid of being abandoned again. Afraid their pain does not matter. Your presence will not reopen wounds. It will close them. You worry you are not strong enough. Strength is not force. Strength is staying soft in a hard world. And you have done that longer than you know. I see the nights you whispered prayers with no words. I see the tears you hid so others could survive. None of it was wasted. Not one tear fell unnoticed. Heaven keeps record of quiet faith. Right now, something unseen is shifting. What was tangled is loosening. What was delayed is aligning. You will soon understand why things unfolded this way. The understanding will not come as noise. It will come as calm. A calm that tells you it is safe to move again. Do not rush the process. Fruit ripens in silence. And you are ripening. Protection surrounds your coming steps. Even mistakes will be covered. Even uncertainty will be guided. You will not walk alone. You never have. When doubt rises, breathe slowly. That breath is shared with heaven. When fear speaks loudly, lower your voice. Truth whispers, and it is whispering now. You matter more than you believe. Your timing is not late. Your calling is not lost. Someone is crying for you, and love is already on the way. Stay near this presence. Return when you feel the pull again. Another message is waiting for you. And one more thing. Beloved soul, do not assume the tears are only behind you. Some are ahead of you. Tears of relief. Tears of reunion. Tears that fall when waiting finally ends. You have been walking through hidden resistance, smiling while carrying quiet battles. Yet heaven has been clearing the path, inch by inch. What felt heavy was never meant to crush you. It was meant to deepen you. There are prayers you prayed long ago that are breathing again. They were not denied. They were delayed for protection. If they had come sooner, they would have broken you. Now they will build you. You are stronger than you were then. Kinder too. That is why the door is beginning to tremble. You may feel it as anticipation, or unease, or a sudden urge to let go. This is alignment. Do not be afraid of what is ending. Some chapters close quietly out of mercy. Not everything that leaves was meant to stay. And not everything that stays was meant to hurt. Someone is crying for you because they sense the shift. They feel hope returning, even if they cannot name it. Your life is speaking louder than your words ever did. Your endurance has been a sermon. Your compassion has been a signal flare. The angels are still speaking your name, still guarding your rest, still arranging encounters you cannot see yet. You will not miss what is meant for you. What is divine does not require chasing. It finds you. Right now, place your hand over your heart. Feel that quiet strength. That is not emptiness. That is space being made for something holy. You are safe in this moment. You are covered in the next one. And you are never forgotten. When you feel the whisper again, come back. Another message will meet you right where you are. Stay with me a little longer. This stillness is sacred. Do not rush away from it. Many answers arrive only when the soul is quiet. You have been learning how to listen without fear. That lesson was not easy, but it was necessary. There are people who could not hear heaven until they broke. You heard it while breaking. That is rare. That is why protection increased around you. Heaven guards vessels that can carry light without pride. You have wondered why certain connections faded, why conversations ended without closure, why explanations never came. It was mercy. Some truths would have hurt more than healed. Silence was the shield. You were spared what you no longer needed to understand. Trust that. Someone crying for you does not need you to fix them. They need you to be real, to show them survival is possible, to remind them pain is not permanent. You are proof. Even on days you doubt it, even on nights you feel small. Light leaks through cracks. That is how heaven enters. Do not measure your worth by your productivity. Do not measure your calling by applause. Some of the greatest movements begin in unseen obedience. And you have been obedient in secret. That matters more than you know. A season of confirmation is coming. Small signs first, then clear direction, then peace that does not shake. You will look back and realize you were guided the entire time. Even when you thought you were wandering, nothing about you is wasted. Not your sensitivity, not your questions, not your scars. Someone is crying for you. And soon, they will be thanking heaven for you. Not because you were perfect, but because you stayed, because you listened, because you answered the whisper. Hold this truth gently. Let it settle. When you are ready, return again. The next message will be waiting. Right on time. Breathe slowly now. Nothing is required of you in this moment. You do not need to prove anything to heaven. You already belong. I know you fear disappointment. You fear hoping again, because hope has hurt you before. But hope was never the enemy. Timing was. And timing is now bending in your favor. What once felt impossible is becoming reachable. Not loudly. Quietly. Like dawn entering a dark room. Someone crying for you has been asking one question. Will they still care? Will they still see me? And heaven's answer has been yes. Even before you knew the question, you were being prepared to respond with grace. Not exhaustion, with wisdom, not impulse. That is why patience was required. That is why the waiting stretched you. You are no longer who you were when this began. You are steadier, more discerning, more rooted in truth. What comes next will not consume you. It will complement you. Do not fear repeating old patterns. You have outgrown them. Awareness has changed you. Light has changed you. I see the way you hesitate before speaking now. That pause is discernment. I see the way you guard your heart more gently. That is maturity. You did not harden. You healed. And healing makes room for miracles. Someone is crying for you, but heaven is rejoicing over you. Because you did not give up. Because you stayed when leaving would have been easier. Because you trusted the whisper even when it was faint. Soon, you will feel release. A sense of permission to move forward. When that moment comes, do not look back in fear. Gratitude is enough. Carry the lessons, not the weight. You are stepping into a season of clarity, where confusion fades, where answers arrive gently, where peace becomes familiar again. Hold on to this assurance. You are loved beyond measure. You are guided beyond what you can see. And you are never alone. Rest in this covering. And when the whisper calls you back, listen. Another divine message is already prepared for you. Let this truth sink deeper now. You have been carrying a quiet responsibility, not spoken, not assigned by people, but known in your spirit. That sense that your life is meant to matter beyond survival. That feeling was placed there by heaven, and it is awakening again. Do not ignore the gentle urgency you feel. It is not anxiety. It is alignment drawing near. Someone crying for you has reached the end of their strength, and heaven has timed your readiness with their need. This is how divine intersections happen. Not rushed, not forced, but precise. You will not be overwhelmed when the moment comes. Grace will meet you there first. Words will come when needed. Silence will be enough when words are not. You will not say the wrong thing. Love does not misstep. You have been learning restraint for a reason. Not every battle requires your voice, but this one will recognize it. When the time comes, your presence will feel like shelter, not answers, not correction, shelter, and that will change everything. Heaven has been shielding you from despair. Even on days you felt close to it, that heaviness you felt lift suddenly at times. That was intervention. Angels stepping closer. Light pushing back darkness you could not see. You are not imagining the protection. You are living inside it. Do not fear the softness returning to your heart. It is safe now. You are no longer who you were when it broke. You are wiser, anchored, held. Someone is crying for you, but they will soon smile because of you. Not because you saved them, but because you reminded them they were not alone. That reminder is holy. That is how heaven often moves. Quietly, through willing hearts. Stay open. Stay gentle. Stay present. The rest will unfold without strain. And when you feel the familiar pull again, when your spirit leans forward instead of shrinking back, come listen once more. Another whisper is already waiting. There is peace settling even now. You may not notice it at first. It arrives like warmth after cold. Subtle. Certain. Let it stay. You have been bracing for impact for too long. Always expecting the next loss. The next disappointment. That posture is changing. Heaven is teaching you how to rest without fear. How to hope without flinching. That is new for you. Be patient with yourself as you learn it. Someone crying for you has felt the shift too. They cannot explain why their heart feels lighter, why despair loosened its grip. Your alignment affects more than you see. Distance does not limit the spirit. Love travels faster than words, faster than time. That is why this moment matters. Why you were asked to stay a little longer. Your yes has already echoed. Even if you have not spoken it yet, you are not late. You are right on time. The fear that whispers, "What if?" is losing its voice. Truth is becoming louder. And truth says this: you are safe to move forward. Safe to care again. Safe to believe that good things can last. Heaven is not teasing you with hope. It is fulfilling it carefully, layer by layer, so nothing shatters under the weight of blessing. You were built for what is coming. Your heart has been strengthened quietly. Your discernment sharpened gently. Your compassion refined by fire. That fire did not destroy you. It illuminated you. Someone is crying for you. But soon, they will stand. And you will stand too. Not above them, beside them. That is how miracles often look. Ordinary moments filled with divine presence. Shared breath. Shared silence. Shared strength. Hold on to this calm. Carry it with you when you rise. Let it guide your steps without pressure. You are being led, not pushed, watched, not tested, loved, not measured. When you feel the whisper return, when your heart recognizes the familiar peace, come back again. Another message will be waiting for you, right when you need it most. And now, hear this final layer of truth. You have survived things you never thought you would. Moments that could have ended your faith. Seasons that tried to silence your hope. Yet here you are, still listening, still open. That alone speaks volumes in heaven. There was a moment you almost gave up. You did not tell anyone, but heaven remembers. And because you stayed, even barely, a future stayed open for you. Someone crying for you was protected by your endurance. Your survival carried weight beyond your own life. This is why heaven guarded you so fiercely. Why certain doors closed suddenly. Why certain storms did not touch you the way they could have. You were being preserved, not hidden, preserved. What is ahead requires a heart that knows pain but chooses love anyway. That is you. You will not recognize yourself at first when peace becomes your normal. It may feel unfamiliar, even undeserved. Let it stay anyway. You do not have to earn rest. You were never meant to live in constant battle. The season of survival is ending. The season of purpose is unfolding. Gently, surely, without chaos. Someone is crying for you, but heaven is already answering them. Through timing, through preparation, through you becoming who you needed when you were breaking. That transformation was holy. Do not rush past it. Honor how far you have come. Honor the courage it took to remain soft. Soon, you will look back and understand why this message reached you, why this moment mattered, why your heart needed to hear that you are not alone. You never were. You never will be. Rest now. Carry this peace with you. And when your spirit feels the pull again, when the whisper returns like a familiar light, come back. Another divine message is waiting for you. Remain here just a moment more. There's no rush in heaven. What is meant to reach you will not miss you. You have spent so long anticipating loss that receiving peace feels unfamiliar. That will change. Peace is learning your name. It is learning how to stay. You do not need to hold your breath anymore. The weight you carried was never meant to be permanent. It was temporary strength for a temporary season. That season is loosening its grip. Someone crying for you has felt alone in a crowded world, surrounded by voices, yet unheard. Their spirit called out not for answers, but for recognition, to be seen, to be remembered, and somehow, without effort, your name rose in their heart. That is not coincidence. That is resonance. Heaven aligns hearts before it aligns circumstances. You have been learning how to recognize what is yours to carry and what is not. That discernment will protect you. You are not meant to absorb everyone's pain, only what you are equipped to transform. And you are equipped for this. You will feel it when the moment comes, not as pressure, but as clarity, a calm knowing, like a door opening without resistance. Trust that feeling. It will not betray you. You once asked if your life would ever feel meaningful again. This is your answer. Meaning does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives as connection, as presence, as being there when someone almost gives up. That matters more than you know. Someone is crying for you, but heaven is smiling over you, because you chose to stay tender in a world that taught you to harden, because you chose to listen when distraction would have been easier, because you allowed yourself to heal instead of pretending you were fine. That choice changed your future. It is still changing it. Carry this assurance with you. You are walking in alignment. Even when the path feels quiet, even when progress feels invisible, roots grow in silence, and your roots are deep now. When you feel tired again, remember this moment. Remember that you were spoken to with care. Remember that you are not forgotten. and when your spirit calls you back. When the whisper feels familiar and safe. Come listen again. Another gentle message is waiting for you. Right when your heart needs it. One last breath with me now. Let it be slow. Let it be full. This breath is a reminder that you are still being sustained. Even when you felt empty. You were never abandoned. Heaven does not withdraw when you struggle. It draws closer. You mistook nearness for pressure, but it was protection all along. Someone crying for you is beginning to feel safe again. Not because everything changed, but because something shifted inside them. Hope returned quietly, and hope always knows where it came from. You do not need to announce what you carry. Light reveals itself naturally. Those meant to receive it will recognize it. You are not responsible for outcomes. Only obedience. Only love. Only staying open. Release the need to control what happens next. Control was never your calling. Trust was, and you have learned it the hard way. Heaven honors that. Soon, clarity will replace the questions. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to take the next step without fear. Enough to smile again without forcing it. Enough to believe that this time, peace can stay. Someone is crying for you, but they are no longer alone in the dark. Neither are you. Light has already entered the room. Let it fill the space slowly. You do not need to rush the miracle. Miracles arrive when hearts are ready to hold them. And yours is ready. Rest in this knowing. Carry it gently into the hours ahead. And when the whisper finds you again, soft and familiar, come back. The next divine message is already waiting, wrapped in peace, and meant just for you. And even as this message softens, its truth remains alive within you. Nothing you felt here was imagined. Heaven does not play with the hearts of the weary. What touched you is real. What steadied you is intentional. You have been asking quietly, is anyone aware of how tired I am? Yes. Every sigh, every silent prayer, every moment you kept going when stopping felt easier. All of it was seen. Someone crying for you sensed your endurance before they knew your story. Pain recognizes strength that has been earned. That is why their spirit reached for yours. You are not being drawn back into old pain. You are being invited into redeemed purpose. There is a difference. Redemption does not reopen wounds. It transforms them. What once hurt, you will no longer have power over you. It will become wisdom, compassion, discernment. You will notice your reactions changing. What once triggered fear will now pause you instead. That pause is authority. You are no longer governed by old patterns. You are guided by peace. The season ahead will feel lighter, not because life has no challenges, but because you are no longer carrying them alone. Heaven is sharing the weight. Someone crying for you will soon feel the courage to breathe again. They will not know how to explain it, but they will know they are not forgotten. And neither are you. There will be moments when you doubt this again. That is human. When it happens, return to the stillness you felt here. Return to the quiet certainty. Truth does not disappear when emotions rise. It waits patiently beneath them. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to believe that good can arrive without cost. You have paid enough. Now let grace do the work. As you go, walk gently with yourself. Speak kindly to your own heart. You are becoming someone safe to live inside again. And that is a miracle too. When the whisper calls you back, when the familiar peace draws you near, listen, another message is waiting, and it will meet you right where you are, before you leave this space. Let this settle a little deeper. You are not behind. You are not missing something everyone else has found. Your path was always meant to unfold this way. Slow, intentional, protected. Heaven is never in a hurry, especially with hearts that have been wounded. Someone crying for you once believed they had to survive alone. That belief is breaking now. Not because circumstances changed overnight, but because connection returned. Connection restores what isolation steals. And you were never meant to walk isolated, even when it felt that way. There were moments you felt overlooked by God. Moments you wondered if your prayers mattered at all. They did. They still do. Some answers were delayed because your heart needed strengthening first. Answers without strength can crush faith. Heaven protects faith. That is why you were held here longer. You are ready now in ways you were not before. Ready to receive without fear. Ready to love without losing yourself. Ready to help without breaking. That readiness did not come from ease. It came from endurance, and endurance has refined you. You will notice peace following you even into ordinary moments. That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. Heaven walks with those who choose softness over bitterness. You chose softness. That choice shaped your future. Someone crying for you will soon understand that hope can return without everything being perfect. You are living proof of that. Let go of the pressure to become more. You already are enough for what is coming next. Just stay open. Stay listening. Stay gentle. The rest will unfold naturally. And when life feels heavy again, when questions rise or weariness returns, remember this. You were spoken to with care. You were reminded of who you are. You were never alone. Come back when you need to. Another whisper will be here. Another message will meet you. Right on time. And as you step away from this moment, carry the quiet assurance with you. Not as something fragile, but as something rooted. Truth does not fade when you look away. It waits. It remains. You have been learning how to trust what you cannot see. That faith was formed in the dark, which means it will hold in the light. Someone crying for you will soon feel brave enough to take one more step. That step matters. Even small courage shifts destinies. Do not underestimate how heaven uses ordinary obedience. A gentle word. A pause before reacting. A decision to stay kind. These are not small in the spirit. They are powerful. You are no longer standing on unstable ground. What once felt shaky has been reinforced quietly. Your foundation is stronger than your feelings suggest. That is why storms did not destroy you. They revealed what was solid. And you are solid now. Rest does not mean retreat. It means renewal. You are allowed to enjoy peace without waiting for it to be taken away. That fear is losing its hold. You are safe to breathe deeply again. Heaven is not finished speaking to you. This was not the end. It was reassurance along the way. Someone is crying for you. But heaven is already answering. Through timing. Through alignment. Through your becoming. You are not rushing toward destiny. You are walking with it. Side by side. When you feel the nudge again. When your heart quiets and listens. Return. There will be another message. Another whisper. Another moment of clarity. Until then, go gently. You are covered. You are guided. And you are deeply loved. And even now, heaven lingers with you. Not to demand. Not to rush. But to reassure. You are not walking out of this moment alone. What you felt here will follow you quietly. Like light clinging to your steps. You may notice your thoughts slowing. Your shoulders easing. Your heart softening where it once stayed guarded. That is not weakness. That is safety returning. You have been in survival mode for so long that peace felt unfamiliar. But peace recognizes you. It knows where you have been. Someone crying for you has begun to sense that the night will not last forever. That realization is powerful. Hope does not need certainty. Only permission. And permission has been given. You gave it by staying open. By listening when you could have turned away. By trusting a whisper instead of noise. That choice mattered more than you know. There will be moments ahead when old doubts try to return. They will sound convincing, but they will not be true. Truth does not shout. It rests calmly. Return to that calm when needed. It is still there, waiting. You are not meant to carry the world, only the light entrusted to you. And you are carrying it well, even on days you feel unsure. Heaven does not measure you by perfection. It recognizes faithfulness in small things. And you have been faithful in unseen ways. Someone crying for you will one day look back and say, "I didn't know why I kept going, but now I do." You were part of that answer, just as others were part of yours. This is how grace moves. Quietly, gently, through willing hearts. Let yourself rest now. You have done enough for today. When the world feels loud again, remember this stillness. Remember that you were spoken to with love. Remember that heaven knows your name. And when you feel the pull once more, soft and unmistakable, come back. Another divine whisper will be waiting for you.